Yes, the camera worked and there was no fading for some reason. Anyways, it is working, I think. Switch that off. I was thinking about other things and I didn't have time to set everything up, so I gotta click some buttons. But it's Friday. Fantastic Friday. Ready to rock and roll. Switch the sound off. Come on. Switch the sound off. There we go. So I was thinking today you guys can decide if I should continue doing line art and blocking or redraw, or not redraw, but draw a new creature, a hero or a villain. So feel free to suggest it in the chat. Is there sound playing? No. Right. Ah, fantastic. Drop everything behind the computer. So, hey, Helmer. Helmer? Can't see. Doesn't show up in the chat for some reason. Let's refresh that one then. So, should I continue on this one today or draw a new one? You choose. Right. No, I'm putting their 2 cents in. Continue. All right. Mean Machine. And Modner Rodner. All right, let's continue then. Let's see. I did a little bit offline, just kind of try to squeeze it in between projects. Just kind of because I really want to start blocking him in more than just one wash. So what I think I'll be doing on this stream this morning is simple details, start blocking it in, and then like now, for example, now theoretically I could block it in, right? But there is some changes I wanted to do. I was looking at it yesterday and I was thinking like I should add I was thinking of adding 2 more drones in the front. So first of all, so he looks cooler, looks more dangerous, you know, because he's spiky. But secondly, I think the reason why I concluded that idea that should be more than be some spikes in the front is because I kind of like the way that the positioning of this drone on the right is. So I was thinking that I'll just draw in the drone that's flying there, or that I sketched out there, and make it look like it has ejected. And then like suggest it with some sort of you know, like smoke or whatever, that it's being flying out, so we can see the concept.
All right.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Henry Peters art. Really, really nice of you. Oh, Captain Jetlag. The thing is, they're attached to the torso, not to his arms, and they're on close to the biceps, so, and they're pointing forward. I don't think it should be any problem, because if you move, it's going to move with the flesh. But yeah, they're not going to be pointing outwards. They're going to be pointing forward. Hey, Henry Peters, thanks for joining. You're new. Great to have a new face. So I think that works. I think that looks pretty okay. So let's redraw it. Let's make sure that we just don't copy paste it. Plus that we show a little bit more of the mechanics of it. I'm just kind of trying to think about how that could be designed a little bit more from the side to make it look a little bit cooler than what I did over there. I think I need to go back and then change it a bit. I like this backward prongs, makes it look vicious. Need to show also that it can be opened. Like a center. Let's see. So I was thinking, like, to draw in something like, you know, like a stream of sorts, that it has been ejected in some sort of exhaust puff. Or maybe that'll look too weird. Hey Orby, hey Bjork. No, Orby is in London. He's not in. Where are you, Bjork? Like some South American country, if I'm not mistaken. So let's say I've drawn that exhaust little thing just flying out. Probably need to draw one of the drones folded out as well. So let's draw that one, the one up there, folded out. Let's see. Too many petals though. It has to be 4 or 5. So for the sake of sanity, I'm gonna draw 1 petal and draw the drone from the front. I'm gonna repeat the petal and then skew it in perspective to save some time. So maybe it has eyes. Let's make the center like a camera lens. something like that. It's not that important. South America, deep in the jungle. Hey, Moxie, welcome. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Glad to see you back. Good morning, Kilrathi. So that kind of drone-like showing that's some sort of let's cut that out. Let's skew it in perspective a bit. And then we have to draw a little bit of 3D in there, just to suggest it's some sort of depth. Also, probably should show an edge, so that it's clearer that it's in perspective. Probably should be pointing forward a little bit more than just like that. So I'm gonna be destroying it a tad, and let's see if it was a bad move. Well, it's Friday. How nice isn't Friday? It's going to be really good to not having to work for a while, for some days, hang out with my kids, wife, just relax a little bit. All right, that's I'd say that's good enough. I have to scale it up a little bit, like that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the changes. I think they are cool. They make sense. So let's save that. Hey dear Bard, glad you could make it. You're back. All right, so most of the guy has the villain has been drawn. Let's check that. Yeah. All right. Let's do my quick little fill sheet. This is not that perfect, but let's see. Selection is on the outside. Selection is on the outside. Gotta deselect that. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I assume Beard Bros will stream today. So if you want to go and look at another streamer, they usually stream by like hang out and sit and talk shit to each other. So I think it's Beard Bros in one word with an underscore at the end. Right, so selection is on the outside. We modify the selection to expand 3 pixels, reverse it, select a gray value and then fill. Oh yeah, quick and dirty cheat. That's cool there, Bard. Thanks for the support. That's very nice of you there, Bard. I'm glad you like it. It's fun to do. It's always fun to do character designs. I just wish I would have had you know, like more time to do it. Another thing I noticed now is that the character, this character, he's lacking a little bit of the Frankenstein elements. The scars, I started adding them to the neck area, but most likely I will need to go back in and tweak those elements to really enhance that the character is a little bit of a Frankenstein put together monster. But what I'm just going to try to quickly do now is just block in colors, because the other characters, there's only one that has have it, is the hero, one of the heroes. So there's one other complicated line art villain that just have one shade block, you know, which is not ideal. So I'm going to try at least to some degree put in some a block in here. But as per usual, it will probably take a really long time. Yeah, there's if you guys, there's a competition called Beyond Human, which all these this week more or less have been about, is that I joined an art competition where you should design what happens to humanity after well, in the future. So it's like up in the air a little bit of how you want to design everything. So what I chose is that the humans, they are the villains in the story, while there's a new species like aliens. They are the heroes, and the humans are hunting the aliens for their energy, so that humans can survive. It's like the dying breed. They use the aliens for power source to keep them alive. So it's like the last stand of humanity, and the aliens are these agile, sea-looking squirrel ninjas. I'm really selling them well. And you know, they're agile, they're hunters, they're superior, and humans construct these mechanical aided machinery so that they can compete, so that they don't just die out. You know, that they want to, they don't want to die out, obviously. So and the idea is that the humans are at their evolutionary ladders, and that they can't evolve further. If they do, they will die out. So they have to use technology in order to not die out, and it's corrupting them more and more, and they're not being able to survive. So in a way, the alien species is not the reason why the humans die out, which is a cool thing. I think is that they're innocent in a way, but it's just the humans that need them, like a parasite. It's a very positive outlook on humanity. But I kind of dig the story. I think it has scope to you know to to be used for something. Thanks, dear Bart. Yeah, so I don't know if I will be streaming over the weekend. It might happen. We'll see. But I usually announce it on social media, like Facebook or Twitter or um, stuff like that. And I usually announce it quite close to when I go live. But on weekends, I tend to stream for a couple of hours. So it's not like a 30-minute stream like today. Um, when I stream on weekends, they're usually like 3 hours at least, where I have something to drink and just kind of hang out. Take it a little bit easier than normal, so I don't just sit and stress the art out. Um, just kind of hang out, taking it easy. The good stuff. So with this guy, I'm just making one color, but I think I will. I think I want to show that he's a part of different humans. So I want to have different colors on him, make him really look like put together in an awkward way, or in a Frankenstein way. But for the time being, I'm just blocking the color in, and then I think I'll make it look pale. You know, like it's not alive more, and then deal with it later. So another thing I want to do, like I did on the aliens, is have a correction layer where I'll just draw shadows. So I'm gonna just go in afterwards and like block in shadows, so to help the design read. But I'll do that later. I just need to fill out all the colors correctly. I was thinking of a cool yellow, pale yellow for skin tone, like he has liver issues. Not so much, not pink like it is now, because that kind of shows a lot of blood flow and um, full of life. I want him to feel sick, so I'm gonna have to change the tone of the skin that I'm drawing. There, some more. So I was thinking some very pale skin tones with warm metal, like rusty metal of sorts. Maybe not rusty, but something can't be gun metal, cool, because the aliens are quite cool, in the sense of tone or hue. Um, they're they're white with blue and cyan. Obviously, the metal can't be that as well because you want to color code them so that they don't relate to each other too much. So what I'm probably gonna have to do is make the metal warm. Oh, there's some last piece there, I think. I think I need to put some here maybe to help push some shapes. So we're 7.5 minutes left. Pretty okay. I'd like to have done more, obviously, but it's pretty okay when it comes to blocking. That should be just all of it. I'm gonna sort out the depth later. Okay. Hey, what? Yeah, good old 30-minute stream. There we go. That was kind of nice, sick yellow. Like he has liver issues. There we go. Yeah, that's a good pickup line. Hey, do you want to come over and watch Bjorn stream? Hint, hint, poke, poke. Okay. What color should the cloth be? Dirty brown, dark. Let's go with dark for now and see how that looks. Good old concentration phase. Makes it feel like leather, but maybe that's not the bad thing. I think he does feel like a smasher, but also a little bit like a boss, right? Like a captain. It doesn't feel like he's just a stupid ogre. Like there is something in there that is able to think, which I think is a good thing. Which was the general idea of the concept that it's supposed to be like the captain of the army, of the human army, some sort of construction that hunts the aliens. It's supposed to be like that. Don't know. So what's your plans for the weekend? Anything cool planned? I think my plans are quite limited by just to hanging out with the family and potentially stream with some nice beer. a beer or two. Okay, I kind of dig into the dark cloth there. Let's see where we can take the metal, if the metal can be put in a. I mean, ideally you would have cool versus warm because it reads the best, right? But maybe they could have dark metal, gunmetal, because the aliens have light blue. And also, obviously, dark makes it look way more evil. Sketches. So that's the good aliens, right? They're quite rainbowy and happy in color. And dark metal, yeah, that works. It works really quite well, actually. Bjork, Spider-Man. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Spider-Man is the. I think Spider-Man looks kind of interesting, actually. To be fair, I'm usually not a massive fan of the Spider-Man stuff. But it looks quite interesting. I think here should be some of that dark, so we can see the rhythm better. Okay. There, Bart. Yeah, that's the one thing that's a bit of a shame uh, when you got kids and family and so on. Is that even though you would love to sit and draw all day, you just can't. But I think it gives energy to when you will be able to sit down and draw. You know, you'll find joy in it a lot more because you've been um, waiting for it with patience. So let's. Oh yeah. Let's give him same color in the eyes as the alien skin, so that he only has eyes for them. Or don't know, but let's go with that for now. Let's go with warm lights, red lights as a warning. I might change the character's eye color, but for now it's just gonna be blue. Should have two more of those lamps, actually. Maybe have those lamps. So now we can clearly see. I'm gonna change the color of the eye. Let's make him full on evil. Okay, okay. Time's up. Oh no. All right. Well, I think we got stuff done. Maybe not crazy amount, but at least some. Let's add some shadow here for him. Oh, all right. That was the color blocking and some line art in 30 minutes. Thanks everyone for joining in. There's a Discord to click underneath if you want to go hang out with cool people, constantly helping each other. I think maybe it's not the 2 week challenge. It should be one more week. Have a fantastic weekend. See you on Monday, unless I stream on the weekend, but we'll see. It's not sure. Um, Thanks for joining in. Good night, good day. Have a great one. Hey, Bin. Goodbye, Bin. Have a good one. Outro.